Hi, Juan. I just thought I might give you a bit of information on how I want to try and finish off this amplifier. So this is my case, which you've seen before. I've made a few little changes since the images and stuff that I've sent through to you in the past. But yeah, look, at the moment I'm really happy with the layout. Like, your input terminals here, your output terminals here, power supply switches at the bottom here. Now, what I did to get the power supply switch at the bottom, which was, I thought, fairly good, was I lifted up the transformer and put the transformer under the power supply. The switch underneath the power supply, like this, so I could run the wires through the actual power supply. So if we could just come around to the front of it here, down through here, whoops, a little bit hard to see, here we are. So you can see here, there's the bottom of there's the block that it's sitting on, and the wires will actually come through underneath the tridal transformer. So that way it's a lot neater. So when we come out of there, so it'll just run underneath. Now, how I'd like to try and do this STO is on the left, this little box down the bottom down here is that soft start circuit that you showed me off eBay, and I think it's a pretty good idea to put that at the base there. And what I want to do in this first version, so that's it there, I think it's orientated like that. What I want to do is just use this circuit to feed the 240 into this soft start circuit to begin with, and then later on I'll work out the resistive network to replace this board with a soft start actual function. So because I want to try and do it myself, this is somebody else's work, I want to try and work out this sort of thing for myself. But initially, just to get the amp running, I'm going to just do that. So if we just open up this assembly just here to start with, you'll see that you see this is the board here. So our power supply on the top, speaker protection on one side here, other speaker protection on that side. In the middle here you can see the this is where the eBay soft start is going to be, and then this is the board on this side where I want to design the new STO board. Now, it doesn't need to be this wide, doesn't need to be this full width, but that's the amount of room that we've got to work with. So in the actual file here that I'm going to start looking at, you can see that this is the height, maximum height here that I've got to work with. This is where the transformer has to go. It can't go this side of this line, and it can't go this side of this line. It's got to go somewhere in this area, because otherwise it will hit these bars. So that's what those lines are for. As you can see with the other one, luckily enough, it clears that bar there. So the transformer is clearing that bar. So what I'm thinking is that on this side, I'm going to need to have like the input here for the button and all that sort of stuff, and then down here, maybe at the bottom, or preferably at the top here, the circuit. Now, probably the bottom is the best spot for the transformer. So while we're here, I might just actually move that. So the transformer is probably going to be best at the bottom, obviously, because the wires are coming up from the bottom there. So just save that. That's in the Dropbox shared folder that I sent to you yesterday. So let's go back to here. So you can see here the wires, I've got some holes in this base plate here, so the wires can come up and through there from the 240. So the input power supply will come into the soft start circuit, out of the soft start circuit, back into the tridal transformer, and then out of the tridal transformer into the 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 secondary power supply board. So, and then obviously into your amplifier boards. So yeah, so as you can see, my switch is on this side here, and the little standby LED is also down there. So there's a hole for the standby LED just down there below the switch. You can just see it there. Let me just recenter my view. So the idea there is it's a 5mm hole with a 2mm hole. So you push the LED in. I'll just glue it in with some glue, some hot glue gun. Just glue the LED in there, and then that'll just be my standby LED. So you can see here, just come around the other side, that'll be the blue button, and then the standby LED will just be underneath there, just shining out through that hole, just to keep it as clean as possible, just a small amount of red light. And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. Need to make some connections on this side here, obviously for the switch, and then the other wires that are running to the STO, sorry, the speaker protection boards, one on this side and one on the other. So there'll just need to be I haven't really counted how many pins there'll be, but yeah, so they'll have a connection between both sides of the board. So yeah, so that's roughly what I'm trying to achieve. It'd be great if you could help out with the multi-sim file, work on that for a little while with me, and we'll get that right, and then, you know, maybe we can try and get this board turned out. We may not need to use all of this space. This might be a lot shorter, but yeah, I'm not too sure at the moment. I've got it down for 120mm is being the maximum width, and hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, one. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos, and we'll talk soon. Bye now.